It's time to say goodbyes.
We are here at the final resting place of Chadwick Boseman. It's not just him buried here, it's also his family members. And we can see a number of people that he was related to buried here. It does feel kind of odd to be so close to someone who meant so much to so many people.
Hello you guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl again, Zion, with Moments with Zion. How y'all doing? All y'all Zionites, it's good to be back again as always. So you guys, we all know Chadwick has been buried, right? Chadwick Boseman has been buried, and I have a little footage of where he's been laid to rest. Actually found this video. It's from Wallace's page. So credits to him. It's not my video. I got it from his platform. So you guys, it's so sad. What from the video, what I understand is where Chadwick was laid to rest, it's like it's a area for just the Bosemans. We have graves that are as far back as 18 something of family member that was buried as far back as the 1800s, and other family relatives that have been passing away, all through the time up until when Chad passed away. And there was one day that really struck me. There was a graveyard that I saw of this lady, one of his relatives as well, that just died just a couple of months ago. And what I was just thinking in my mind is, I'm sure Chadwick was there for the burial. I'm pretty sure he was there for the burial. And I don't know what was actually going through his mind while he was there laying that relative to rest. And then the next is the one that is being laid to rest next to all the other family members. I mean, when I see something like this, guys, it's just to tell you how real death is. This life is just, I don't know. This life is just don't take life too seriously, y'all. I mean, like, stop the hatred, stop the jealousy, stop the envy, stop the, be nice and be kind to people, because you don't never know. You see all this life that we're looking at, all these cars, houses, and all these things, material things. I'm not saying that they're not good, but when you have, I mean, try to give it out, help people, help other people, because when you go to the grave, you're not going to go with any of these things. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go with any of these things. You will be buried just the way you were. The Bible says you were made from dust, and unto dust you will return. So there's no point piling things on earth here. Just be nice to people, feed the hungry, clothe the love people, give shelter to people, help when you can, and that's just life. Life is so short. Just imagine Chad dying at 43. And then there's a graveyard there of someone that I saw, of a relative of his that I saw. This guy was even younger than Chad, Death, man. Y'all, I'm sure I'm going to play the video so you guys can watch it for yourselves. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and stay out of trouble. Bye, guys.
I have noticed some people coming as well to see it. Someone who was so big on the screen and impacted so many people's lives, and now I'm standing just feet away from where he was buried. It's not just him, there's also multiple family members. Chadwick has actually stood right here where I'm standing to pay respects to different family members that have been buried here. I'm sure he was probably here for this one, a number of these. James, April 26, 1918 until 2001. It's weird to think that all of these people I'm talking about are just right down below me. You can see a picture of him as well right there. Dorothy May. Here we have Anthony, who is pictured there. All of these people are related to Chadwick. You can see there are some flowers. 1972 to 2002, so Anthony was only 30 years old. Etha May, 1942 until 2017. This whole area really seems to be for the Bosemans. These are two of the first Bosemans that were buried here, Milton and Essie, and they go from all the way back 1883 to 1942. As we move even further, we see Leroy. It makes you really think about life and kind of wonder where things are going, where things have been. This one says baby girl Boseman, and this one here says baby boy Boseman. Here, this one is a little bit unique because it actually has a little plaque, and it says Ruby Witcher Boseman. And you can see there, Marcus D. Brown Funeral Home. And that is actually where the funeral that Chadwick's family had was at. I'll probably go there next and show you guys what that looks like. This is Marcus D. Brown Funeral Home, where Chadwick's close family here in South Carolina gathered together for his funeral. They also had one in California as well, but this is where his close family was. October 12th, 1937 to May 29th, 2020. So this one, very, very recent, especially compared to some of the other ones. May 29th. And you can see there as well an eternal flame of remembrance. The oldest one that I've seen still is this one, Milton Boseman. I imagine Milton is Chadwick's great, I'm not entirely sure exactly how many greats, but Chadwick's great-great-great-granddad. He lived just under 60 years, it looks like, 59 years. And it is especially sad when you think about how Chadwick, he was so young, 43 years old. It's not nearly as long as everyone wanted him to live. The only other person I see here so far who has had around 30 years that they lived is Anthony. And it's just sad to be here. It's very surreal to be so close to someone who made such a big impact on so many people. I mean, just to think he's right below basically where I'm standing. I've been walking around a little bit and I have found some more Bosemans over here. There's a lot of them buried throughout this entire place. It really just hits home. I mean, so many people he loved and cared about. And you can see their final resting spot here at Welfare Baptist Church. It's just weird to think how Chadwick was standing in this general vicinity for some of these right where I am now. It's sad to know that he's gone now, but it does definitely bring me happiness to be able to be here at this place and just pay my respects to him. And a lot of people have been coming through this entire time as well to do the same thing I'm doing. I've probably seen at least 5 or 6 people just in the short time I've been here already. And we can see here, this is the most recent family member that was buried here. And what's so crazy about that is that Chadwick was probably here for her burial, and just a matter of months later, now Chadwick is actually buried here himself, here for a very different reason.
He was a great youth here, great in oratorical stuff. Very humble guy. Didn't give any trouble at all. And kind of knew that he was going to move forward in life. Obviously, when you move into an area of where he did become really blown up. Right. But somebody would say, "Did you know he was going to do that?" I said, "Yeah." I'm not going to hesitate to say, "No, I look for him to do smaller stuff." You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's others that came through with him that had that same knack, but didn't get that break. You see my point? But So yeah, this is where he got his start. But I like to tell people, even before T.R. Hanna seemed to get all the credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By the time he got to Hanna, he already had his scruples. You see my point?
Yeah, I noticed there's also a lot of Boseman names right there on the front. There are multiple Bosemans here. This church was organized in 1862. 1862. And the Bosemans had a really, really big role in this. An influential family. Not just here, but especially with Chadwick throughout the entire world.
His whole family was
here.
On his dad's side. On his dad's side. His mother's side, people were not part of this church. Okay, his mother's sister's brother. But his dad's side, which were Boseman, and it was a lot of them. Okay, it was a lot of them. Chad had quite a few uncles and uncles on the Boseman side.
What we can do now is go take a look at that picture right there, and we'll see who's in it. So I'm not gonna step on that part, but I'll zoom in here with my camera. And it looks like a lot of the people that we've already seen buried along here are right there. All of them related to Chadwick. Over here we see some more Bosemans. Reverend Tony L., May 15th, 1945. Catherine Blondel, November 23rd, 1946. And these are all Bosemans as well. There's Chadwick is all the way over there, but I'm just looking throughout and basically seeing all of the Boseman.